Hello viewers of YouTube, I'm Dean and this is another edition of The Inebriologist. Yeah, so this week I'm going for another Belgian beer, which is from the 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die list. Kind of going for this beer because I thought, you know what, it's a really fun beer to have. I've had it before in Belgium. I was quite astounded by the glass that you actually have with it. It's really funny to have. It's a tongue-in-cheek type of joke glass. But even though it is kind of a glass which is not to be taken too seriously, you know, I think with the beer itself is a serious beer to drink because it's, yeah, full flavoured, it's great. So the beer I'm going to reveal this week is none other than Pauwel Kwak, but as other people like to call it, just for short anyway, is Kwak. So most people call it Kwak, but the full name of it is Pauwel Kwak, if you can see it there. Of course you can see it, it's big writing. And this is coming in at 8.4%. There we are, focus it there. In a 33 centilitre glass, so 330 millilitres, whatever units you prefer to use. Yeah, so there's quite a funny story behind this actually with this beer. It's a family run brewery, been going since 1791, and it's one of these type of beers where it got released and it was quite popular at the time. A lot of people were drinking it, and then it kind of just sort of fell out of popularity then. I think maybe going around the 70s or 80s, so people weren't drinking it because there was another beer that was released from brewery Bastille, which is the family-run brewery. Yeah, so people weren't getting the Kwak. People weren't buying the Kwak anymore because there was a Pils beer that was released. So then in the brewery, I think it was around the 70s or 80s, they kind of reinvigorated or re-released the Kwak beer then in Belgium, but to make it to be re-released and to go back to the masses again, you know, they had a funny looking vessel to go with it. And you know, I do mention before, I do like to have my glassware. I do like loads of different types of glassware because it's quite special to the beers you drink and the breweries as well. I had this last Christmas. Yeah, it's a really funny looking glass. It's great. It looks like something out of a laboratory, but yeah, it's just a really fun sort of vessel to drink from. So it's got its own. It's like a wooden stand then, and the thing is, this glass can also, it can come out like that, so you can drink it just like as with the glass there, like that, and then just drink. Or it's up to you. You can use, because it's got the handle there on the side, you can put it back on and drink from that, like that way. But to be honest, I've done it like that. I could drink from when there's beer up to about there, and you can drink, it's fine. But then as soon as you get beer down to here, if you start doing that, it'll go everywhere. So I always take it out and just drink from the vessel like that, then just drink. Yeah, it's a really sort of fun little glass to have with it. Doesn't make it taste better than what it is, you know, it's a gimmicky thing to have with it. Oh yeah, I'll show you as well, because on the wooden holder, it has got the logo there as well. So you've got Pauwel Kwak logo there, and then on the top is oh god, I can't remember what it said. Excuse me for my Dutch, but I'm not very good with Dutch. But it says at the top, op gezondheid. I think it's to your good health, or cheers in Dutch. Yeah, just give me a comment down below just to confirm that. I think because my girlfriend's from Belgium, but she's from the West Flanders area, and she speaks fluent Dutch, and I can't remember what she told me. I think she said it was cheers or like to your health or that sort of thing. And also as well, I was going to say, on the glass, you've got the Pauwel Kwak logo there on the side of the glass as well, which is really nice. So I've ranted and raved about the glass. Now it's time to rant and rave about the beer. So looking forward to drinking this again, actually, because I can't remember the last time I actually had this. It must have been, oh god, it must have been maybe last year or something. It's been quite a while. Time to dive in, I think. Right then, so to be careful of this not actually just falling out or whatever, I think I'm gonna take the glass out and then pour it so that, yeah, it just doesn't go everywhere basically. So steady. Oh god. This may take 1,000 years to drink, or maybe 1,000 years until I get to drink it. So that's the thing, I think, with, yeah, I probably poured that a little bit wrong, but I'll put it back on the holder. Okay, that's what I can do 2 hours worth of aroma notes for you, so it may take a while before I get to drink it. Yeah, so when I poured that, it's got quite a large head on it, as you can see. It's I think as it sort of tilted it there, I'm sure as when I poured it, as soon as it got into here, it just caused quite a lot of carbonation to come out. As you can see, it looks like a science project rather than a drink. Maybe if I pour some more, it'll oh, it's helping it a bit. That's actually helped it a little bit, so I can, yeah. Anyway, so aroma. Sorry, I won't go in for aroma first. What am I doing? Usually go for the colour. So, sorry, as I poured that, with the magic of editing and TV and all that, so that's actually a decent drink poured there now. But anyway, so as you can see with the colour from that, it's a very sort of golden amber, quite a dark sort of golden amber colour. More like sort of Lyle's golden syrup colour. Slightly off-white head, and you did see earlier obviously with the amount of carbonation that was coming out of it was unreal. It's not hazy at all, it's very, very clear. So let's get some of the aroma. It's got that sort of quintessential sort of yeast smell to it again, quite bready. Got some like candied sugar, slightly sort of honey base as well, just quite a nice smell. I don't think it's not going to be brewed with any honey or anything, but it does smell quite sweet. And it smells very similar to an old ale, like it's been aged, but these beers are not aged. They're just sort of, they go through their usual fermentation stage, secondary fermentation, conditioned, and then put into the bottles. But it's a very sort of old ale, old vintage type of smell to it, which is quite unusual. I didn't pick that up on the last time I've had it. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to dive in. So cheers. Watch it doesn't go all over me. I'm going to take it out of the wooden thing because it's yeah, it does get in the way a little bit, and because of that slot there I do worry sometimes if I do tilt it that way it just may end up going everywhere, so I'm going to hold it like that, like a weird test tube. It's incredibly sweet. It's a very sort of, yeah, yeasty sort of flavour, slightly bitter at the back, but it's quite sort of thin on the finish as well, and a little bit it's got those sort of spices as well, well-rounded spices. Yeah, so the main flavours from that is that sort of deep sort of caramelly malts, quite sort of toffee-esque flavours. It's a nice beer. I don't mind it. It's but it's not as, I suppose, not as memorable as what I had it before. When I had this the last time when I was in Belgium, it was a bit more of a memorable thing just by having the vessel with it, and it just brings a little bit of theatre to it as well when you do drink it. When I had it at the time, it tasted lovely. I think I was quite new to drinking Belgian beers, and I didn't go into that category of beer before. The flavour I think was a bit more memorable then, but I think trying this beer now is not as memorable as what I've had before. That's what I'm trying to say. But nevertheless, it is a lovely beer. I do like it. Not to say that I don't like the beer at all. So the score I'm going to give this is 3.75 out of 5 because I do like it. It's a nice beer, and you know, effort then for the glass as well. I do like the glass. Actually, do you know what? Because of the effort for the glass, I will give this a 4. I'll change my mind. I'll give it a 4. But yeah, it's a nice beer. It's the sort of beer as well that if you've never tried Belgian beers before and you want to try a beer which is kind of like a gateway beer to getting into Belgian beers, definitely try the Kwak. It's kind of like a quintessential type of Belgian beer that you could have at any time of the day, any time of the year, just to enjoy it for what it is, you know. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to more beer videos, and I'll see you very soon. Iechyd.